Hi everybody, welcome back to Crandall Reviews. I'm Matthew Crandall. Today taking a look at War for the Planet of the Apes, the third installment of the Planet of the Apes prequel trilogy. I'm not going to cover any spoilers, so if you are worried about that, don't worry. I'll only talk about some stuff in the trailer. It's going to be a lot of generalizations. But let me just say that War for the Planet of the Apes is one of the best movies of the year. Fantastic summer movie coming just when we really need something engaging, and I think this Planet of the Apes prequel trilogy is one of the best series of movies that we've had in a long time. I thought Rise was a great popcorn flick. It was fun. Dawn absolutely blew me away with how much it elevated the material, and now Matt Reeves has done it again with War for the Planet of the Apes. This has some of the best character moments in this series, huge payoffs, and man, the special effects are first rate. Weta Digital's work with the apes continues to be phenomenal, and in a summer where lots of big noisy blockbusters have flashy action but no story and characters you couldn't care less about, this one has amazing special effects to bring to life characters we absolutely care about. I'm really invested in these apes after 3 movies. Caesar, Maurice, Rocket, Cornelia. I care about them more than I do most humans in most movies. And Caesar has a really good arc, a real internal struggle going on with Caesar in this movie. I'm not going to spoil anything, no plot points, so don't worry. He does go on a clear journey, especially when you look at the trilogy as a whole. There's a nice overall arc, and it's some really nuanced work by Andy Serkis, amazing special effects, but this movie lives in the silences. So yes, there are some great action sequences. I love that they set it in the winter so we get a different visual palette than we had with Dawn, but the work by Serkis here is so good, and Caesar is so conflicted, and this is a movie that isn't afraid to have moments of silence, to really take its time, and it's all motivated by the characters and where the story is going, and it's not just going from action set piece to action set piece, and that's something that a lot of blockbusters forget. This is also not afraid to be quite depressing and bleak at moments. It's got a lot of thematic stuff going on that carries over, especially from Dawn and into this, that will just stay with you. And I love the interplay between the characters like Caesar and Maurice, and seeing how the other apes respond to Caesar now that he's in full leader mode. I thought that was all fascinating. Amia Miller plays a girl who comes along with the apes named Nova, and she was quite good and did a lot without speaking a lot. It's a lot of emoting through eyes, and her interactions with the apes, especially a gorilla named Luca, some fantastic work there, really nuanced. And Woody Harrelson as the heavy, kind of replacing, similar to the Gary Oldman character from Dawn, but Woody brings that charm and a menace to it, and he's got a lot of great monologuing, and him and Caesar have some dynamic scenes together. Just be prepared, this is a depressing movie in a lot of parts. It's a really bleak movie. There's a lot of stuff that you're like, oh my gosh, how much more can these characters take? And at the end of the day, there is some hope there, and it is relatable, and we do get a lot of fun along the way, especially from the new character of Bad Ape, portrayed by Steve Zahn. Not stupid, goofy, but really funny, and he's just going to warm your heart, and there's lots of fun moments with him, and a lot of fun moments with the young apes. And there's 2 sort of modes this movie takes, that the dramatic, the heavy stuff, and then there's a bit more of a fun, lighter, great escape kind of tone to it. And it all just comes together in such a way that it is one of the year's best movies. It's got the best performances of the year from Andy Serkis as Caesar. And I really hope that the Oscars can somehow create a category that recognizes this work. It's got great cinematography. Matt Reeves has used the frame. They've switched ratios from Dawn to this. They've gone back to scope. It's very epic in feel, but it's all framed so well, and he's never afraid to go in for that tight close-up to just let the emotion come through. And I think that is bold, and it's just confident storytelling. This movie has an amazing score by Michael Giacchino. He did great work on Dawn, and I think he's elevated his game for War. There's some great themes that come and go, and I just thought the music was excellent in this movie. So that's my non-spoiler early sort of thoughts on War for the Planet of the Apes. If you have any interest in this series, you absolutely have to see this in a theater. It's one of the best movies of the summer. You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll leave satisfied. This Planet of the Apes trilogy is just something special. It's something else, and I really wish we got more blockbusters like this that are a thinking person's blockbuster, that aren't afraid to have challenging themes and just let the audience read into what they want and just use our brains for 2 hours rather than watch robots smash each other to death. So that's War for the Planet of the Apes. Like the video, hit the comments, let me know if you like this new Apes trilogy, if you're going to see this, or if you have seen it, what you thought. No spoilers though. Thanks a lot for watching, and don't forget to hit subscribe.